It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day, and we are at one of my all-time favorite installations in Carlsbad. Remember this one? So many of my clients say, "Oh, I love that Carlsbad installation." This is it. Hannah and Cully did this incredible dry stream, and the client wanted Disneyland, and that's what she got, and it's all great. However, Disneyland tends to keep growing. So take a look over here at what Miguel and Omar are up to. Now, don't panic. Most of these plants are going to be pressed back into service. But this incredible Mangave Mission to Mars has really outgrown its spot. So we are going to move it up here instead. Then this will open up a lot of real estate where this guy comes out for us to pop in some of the plants that we took out from over here. So point is, this is just decoration, right? These plants are so tough. It's March. There's plenty of room for them to recover before it gets hot. So we're just going to tear in. Most of the plants are very happy. About 95% of them are really, really happy. We have a few that don't look so good, like these cotyledon. I don't know. This happens sometimes with this plant for reasons completely unknown. Doesn't it look thirsty? But it's not. I mean, I don't know why these sometimes go sideways, but it's okay. You know, nobody bats 1,000. Then over here, we have the Aeonium sunbursts, which, as you know, are arboretum aeoniums, meaning that they grow like a tree on a long stem. So these are going to be dug out, cut, and reset. Basically, what we want to do is bring the garden to heal. We want to expose more of the rock. There's phenomenal elevation in this garden. The rocks are stunning. They're jasper purple and honey onyx and Grand Canyon, and they're just the most primo rocks. So you can't even see them anymore because of all. Isn't this a great problem to have, guys?
There's a mammillaria apparently hiding underneath.
Yeah, I think there's a mammillaria under here. Look at this ruchia. This is what we like to see. I put 4 or 5 in my garden in Vista just to kind of try them, and 3 of them are doing spectacular, and the 4th one just died. Just died. Didn't even give me notice.
I
just
love this
died.
combo here.
What do you love? Yeah, the little Cynthia Giddy and those cute little, look like sedum, almost look like ghosties, huh? And that agave, it looks like a perii, just gorgeous. This garden has also suffered a lot from aloe mite, so we are going to be treating today with bare tree and shrub. This Lycopoidioides looks great. Look at that. Look at this whole, I mean, it's just everywhere you look, it's like art. It's like a painting. It's just so, all the little vignettes are so beautiful. I've got Alex here. She just pulled out a cotyledon, and it already looks 100% better. We haven't even done anything yet, but it's already looking better. Also, there's a lot of the dinner plate aeoniums in this garden, and I'm thinking about maybe not having so many dinner plate aeoniums in this garden. They take up a lot of space, and there's just too many other prettier things that are being kind of choked out. This area in here is going to be very challenging because I want to bring this down, but I have to decide because there's a couple ways to go with the jade. You can treat them like a bonsai, which is a really lovely look, or you can allow them to maintain their bushier shape. And I think in this garden, particularly here in this narrow bed, I would like them to retain their bushier shape. So these will likely be dug out, cut, and reset. So again, bringing everything to heal, dialing everything back. The mangaves, we've got lavender ladies and Mission to Mars in this garden are as happy as a seagull with a French fry. Look at that craziness in there. Wow. I mean, it's beautiful, but it is getting to be too much. So in here, what I'm going to start is pulling out these green aeoniums first. And then as we go, we step back and we look. We step back and we look. And knowing that we can fix anything that we want by just moving things around, we don't worry about it. Up here, around the mouth of the dry stream, would you look at those boulders? Oh, God, they're gorgeous, and lizards. But this, these aeoniums again are a little overpowering. They're too big, and the lizard's like just guarding his territory. Look at him. He is posted up right there, and he is not interested in me coming over there. But I am. I'm going to pull out the aeoniums, and then we're going to step back and look and see how that looks. These kiwi I'm going to go ahead and remove because they are getting ready to bloom out. So those are going to come out. Now this cotyledon over here looks pretty good, doesn't it? It's not all wrinkled up like the other one was.
Different version.
I don't know. I mean,
It's not the silver glaucus one.
oh, well, anywho, that one's looking pretty good. This looks great. Look at this ruffled Echeveria. Isn't that so stunning? I brought 2 more of those for her to pop in somewhere. And then last but not least, this area over here. Oh, well, not last. This Mr. Toothy, we've got to move him too. He's getting too big for that spot. And this is challenging because this is where the hose is, and we don't want to put anything too fussy there that's going to get beat up by the hose. But yeah, this is just overgrown. The Petalanthus brachiotis looks fantastic. Yeah, we'll just let that alone. And over here we put in a bunch of bromeliads, which are doing great. Cut and reset this guy. Then there were some casualties here. So what I'm going to do is move these bromeliads over there. I think I'm going to have to pull out the blue elf and put it somewhere else. This is also, you know, just really, really crowded. Here, this jade's coming out. This is fine. This is going to come out and get reset. I'm going to move the, right. There's a spawn of Satan. Big one, fat one. I'm going to move this lavender lady probably to this spot over here where it's pretty empty. See that? And this aeonium obviously needs to be cut and reset. This looks good. Get rid of that. Hey, lover. Over here, ooh, here's some more Ruchia that's just really, really happy, and it gets hammered by the sun. Doesn't mind. Looks great. Maybe we can take some of the smaller sedums and sedivarias and graptivarias that we pull out of the garden proper and make a vignette here, because this looks like it could use a little bit of color. This is fantastic. This was an aloe of unknown origin that I got from Waterwise Botanicals. The Draco looks great up here. Lila, our client, has done a fabulous job of maintaining her portulacarias. They look great. So yeah, I mean, we clearly have our work cut out for us, and I am very, very eager to share with you the results of our efforts. So we're about to break for lunch. So we're a couple hours into this maintenance, and I wanted to take a second to show you guys just how much we pulled out of this yard. It is crazy. Now, turns out that our client is going to do some landscaping at her parents'. So I said, I hope they've got a big yard. Look at all this stuff. And in addition to that pile and this pile, we've got trash, throwaway stuff in the trailer. So, and we're not done. We are not done. So let me just show you quickly what we have accomplished. Remember, I talked about pulling that mangave out from over here and putting it over there. And oh goodness, the idea was to expose the rock work and the elevation and expose those beautiful boulders. We accomplished that. Also, the little Aloplicatillus that was in the pot that was bending and reaching for the light, Omar put it there, and I love it. So we handled that. It looks great. We pulled out most of the Aeonium kiwi, but did leave some that wasn't blooming. And over here, we added back in the Aeonium sunburst. We've got some here at the base of this arrangement, and we've got some over there as well. So Those will be fine. They will reroot and take off.
Did you also reset this wart cloth in the whatever?
Yes,
colors? Yeah.
yes, that I think Miguel worked really hard on that.
Looks good.
So that got handled. It looks so good. And then up here, we cleaned out underneath the tree right here, and we're not going to replant that. I'm just going to put down some black rock. And over here, I tore in behind the mouth of the dry stream, and I took out the guys can't even remember at this point.
Aeoniums.
Yeah, the aeoniums came out and got reset. The crassula came out and got reset. I pulled all the pups off the aloe vera. I prefer aloe vera as just a single as opposed to a stand in gardens this small. I took out a cotyledon over here that you just don't even miss anymore. Then Kevin has been working tirelessly over here. So you can see on this side how tall all the jades are, right? And this is Kevin's work after he got done cutting them, digging out the roots, and then resetting big, beautiful pieces. He did the same with the sunburst aeonium. He's starting to move really fast now. This, the stand of little pretty rosettes we're trying to leave alone. And we're going to put the lavender lady. It's going to go in this spot right here when Kevin's ready. But yeah, just getting this all dialed in and put back is the order of the day. Hannah did beautiful work over here. She cleaned up and shrunk down the jade, and you moved that little SETI, right?
The Mr. Toothy was there.
Oh, Mr. Toothy was here, and those were at the base. So she just moved Mr. Toothy out of play. And over here, this got all reworked. It looks so stinking good. Moved the lavender ladies back, trimmed down many of the jades, took out a lot of the aeonium dinner plates.
We moved the bromeliads that were crowding.
Yeah, over here, all the bromeliads that were crowding the walkway got shoved back. Everything just got touched by Hannah over here, and it looks absolutely amazing. See, now we can breathe, we can walk, we can see the rock, we can see the boulders, and there are enough plants left over to literally start a new garden. So it's just a win-win-win. Oh, also, I got a couple of crenunculated Balsacki echeveria from Al at Botanic Wonders yesterday. So she's going to have 2 of those going in her garden. She loves the one she has so very much. So yeah, we'll check in with you again at the end of the day. Okay. I was just telling my client that honestly, when we got here this morning, I feel like it looked like this. And I tried to give her her money back for the maintenance, but she insisted no, keep it. What Greg's doing right now is he's throwing down some snail bait. This is garden safe, which is supposed to be safe for pets and whatnot. But after all the rains we've had, we have seen some snails. So this is just part of what we do on maintenance. We treat prophylactically, we treat topically if we see any issues, and then we throw down snail bait just for funsies, since I won't be back for a year. But can you see all the wonderful, meticulous work that was accomplished by Team DFS? And the only plants that I have the remotest concern about moving forward would be the Aeonium sunburst. If it gets hot, and it's not supposed to, I checked the forecast. If it got hot, they could burn. Their leaves could burn, which wouldn't kill them, but it wouldn't look great. And the Crassula undulata. This guy doesn't, especially love to be worked with in as a cutting. It can get a little limp looking, but we've managed our client's expectations. She understands that could happen, and she understands that it's temporary, and the plants will bounce back. But Kevin spent basically the whole day here bringing this to heal, and it looks so stinking good. Another thing that we did, we moved this mangave, which was down here next to this aloe, It was just really crowded. So we moved it up topside with the Draco. It looks great. We also added a barrel cactus, a little baby barrel cactus over here. We took out some jade, just seemed superfluous. So we took out the jade and we planted a little, cute little barrel cactus right there. And then we also popped in a Trigona rubra over there in the shade. This plant had been growing, the client had it in her possession, and it had been growing in the shade, so we planted it in the shade. These can get really, really big in the ground, so we'll just monitor it. It's another one that's really easy to propagate. It's very easy to move around. If it gets massive, we can take branches off and reset, just like we've done with all these other plants today. So, finishing up over here on this side with all of Hannah's handiwork. Hannah and Alex worked over here, moving things around, tightening things up. Alex added more rock, more of the bark wood. Oh, and there's our that great big lizard. And so now, you know, the sidewalk is free and clear. So that feels, you know, just you can breathe. You can breathe. Remember, guys, we're going to be doing another Succulent Tapestry 101 Live with Laura in April. So go to the website at designforserenity.com, lauraeubanks.com, either one works, and get on the waiting list for that. And as soon as we have a date and all the details, we'll reach out to you. We will be in Escondido on Thursday and basically doing this, but on a different property. I love me some annual maintenance. This has been Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity in Carlsbad with Team DFS and your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.